What if I told you that there is a practice that can give you the restoration of 4 hours of sleep in just 30 minutes? Hello, I'm Kelsey Matheson. I'm a success coach for women, a yoga teacher, and one of the co-owners and co-founders of Anamaya Resort in Costa Rica. What if I told you that there is a practice that can give you the restoration of 4 hours of sleep in just 30 minutes? And you don't have to do anything except lie down and listen. So we're going to talk about Yoga Nidra and how it heals while you rest. Do you know that feeling when you slept for 7 or 8 hours, but you wake up and you're still exhausted? Or when you're tired and you can't think straight, like you don't have the capacity to think, and then when you do get a chance to rest, your mind won't stop racing. That is your nervous system stuck in overdrive. And sleep can't always fix what stress creates, because deep restoration doesn't just happen when you're unconscious or when you're fast asleep. It happens when your nervous system shifts from survival mode into healing mode. And that's exactly what Yoga Nidra does. So what is Yoga Nidra exactly? Yoga Nidra translates to yogic sleep, but it's not sleep. And it's not meditation in the traditional sense either. It's a guided practice where you lie down and you close your eyes and you follow a teacher's voice through a systematic journey of relaxation, essentially. While you're practicing Yoga Nidra, you do remain conscious the entire time. You're aware, but you're completely relaxed. Your body enters a state basically between waking and sleeping, where brain waves shift into theta and alpha frequencies. And this is the same state your brain moves through right before you fall asleep. But in Yoga Nidra, you're aware. You stay more aware while your body drops into this profound rest. And here's what makes it different from a nap. Like when you sleep, your conscious mind shuts off. Your body rests, but you're not actively guiding yourself through the process of sleep. But in Yoga Nidra, you're awake enough to direct your nervous system into parasympathetic activation. And that's the state where healing and repair and restoration happen. So research from multiple studies show that 30 minutes of Yoga Nidra can provide the restorative benefits of 2 to up to 4 hours of regular sleep. And one study published in the International Journal of Yoga Therapy, like a regular Yoga Nidra practice, significantly reduced stress, significantly reduced anxiety, and also improved sleep quality, even when participants were dealing with chronic stress, which, I don't know, aren't we all really? So what's actually happening during Yoga Nidra is that your brain waves shift. And so in daily life, your brain operates primarily in beta waves. It's alert, it's active, and often it's anxious. So during Yoga Nidra, you move into alpha and theta waves. And those are the frequencies associated with deep relaxation, but also creativity and emotional processing. So your nervous system resets. And the practice activates your parasympathetic nervous system, which we talked about. And again, that's the part that's responsible for rest and digest and repair. But your heart rate slows down, your blood pressure drops, your cortisol levels decrease. Your body finally gets the signal, it's safe. You don't have to be on guard anymore. And then your muscles will release stored tension that you've probably had, for a long time. And you're guided through this awareness, and you're more aware that you've been holding on to this stress or this tension for weeks or maybe even months. So it's not just relaxation. It's the body completing the stress cycle that it never had time to complete in the first place, because we're always on the go. So your mind clears and you just have the space to be. Yoga Nidra works on the subconscious level, helping to process unresolved emotions and mental patterns without you having to figure anything out. And many people describe feeling really light and a lot clearer and more grounded after they do a Yoga Nidra session. It's like they've released something they didn't even know that they were carrying. So what does a session look like? A typical Yoga Nidra practice lasts anywhere from 20 to 45 minutes, depending on the teacher. You lie down in a comfortable position, usually on your back with a blanket or a pillow. You can put a bolster underneath your knees, and the teacher guides you through a few stages. So the first stage is setting an intention or a sankalpa, right? A short positive statement that kind of plants a seed in your subconscious. And then you go through a body scan, moving awareness through every part of your body, just inviting it to release. Right? Noticing the natural rhythm of your breath without changing it. And then the teacher might guide you through a visualization, maybe through like a calming scene or, something like that. And then you kind of go through that. And then the teacher will bring you back, bring your awareness back into the room. Those are the typical stages. Every teacher's a little bit different, but the entire time you do nothing but listen and rest. Like, it's not something you have to be good at. You don't have to sit perfectly still. You don't have to keep your mind from wandering. Like, the practice works simply by being present with the guidance that the teacher is offering. And so this is for anyone who's feeling wired and tired at the same time. This is for anyone who has trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. It's also for anyone who struggles to keep their mind quiet during meditation, or maybe you carry chronic tension or stress in your body and you need deep rest, but maybe you also feel a little guilty that you're like taking time to do nothing. You don't need any yoga experience. You don't need to be flexible or spiritual. You just need to be willing to lie down and receive. Just let your body do what it's going to do naturally by releasing that tension. It's really one of the most accessible practices in the world of wellness, and one of the most powerful, really, in terms of its simplicity. And the beautiful thing about Yoga Nidra is you can do it anywhere. All you need is a quiet, comfortable space, spot, a place to lay down, guided recording, and the setup is pretty simple. So I would recommend starting with a 20 to 30 minute session. You can set a time where you're not going to be interrupted. And then if you do fall asleep, listen, it's okay. It's your body needing the sleep. But over time, as you practice, you'll probably find that you are able to stay aware during the Yoga Nidra practice. And that's really when real restoration happens. So we're going to link a Yoga Nidra practice in the description of this video so you can experience it for yourself, and then you can keep coming back to it as well. Look, your body was not designed to run on empty. It was designed to move between activity and rest and stress and restoration. But when rest gets pushed to the bottom of the list, your nervous system stays stuck in survival mode. And Yoga Nidra gives you a way back in to that rest state. And at Anamaya, we've watched this practice transform our guests. Like, people will arrive and they're tightly wound, they're exhausted, they're unable to quiet their minds. And they do a session of Yoga Nidra, like one session, and something shifts and they start to sleep more deeply. They start to breathe more deeply. They let go of their tension. They feel calmer in their own skin. And that deep rest is something that we like to weave through everything we do at Anamaya, because I think we are all burning the candle at both ends. I think we're all overwhelmed, and I think our body just needs the space to heal. So if you're ready to experience that kind of restoration, learn more at anamaya.com. And if this resonates with you and you try the Yoga Nidra practice and you're like, wow, this is super simple, but also super profound, like, subscribe, share this video. And if you've tried Yoga Nidra, I would love to hear from you. Like, drop a comment and let us know what have been the biggest benefits for you. And if you're not, if you haven't tried it, what do you find is your biggest challenge when you're trying to rest your body, when you're trying to get yourself from fight or flight into rest and digest? Okay, thank you so much for watching, and let us know about your Yoga Nidra practice. Okay, ciao for now. We'll see you next time.